A multi-million-dollar facelift to Montague foreshore is on the way. The project is being spearheaded by Kerzner International Bahamas, and once it's done, it will afford residents more beach access while at the same time improve the overall ambiance and sea views of the surrounding area. The story from Carla Palmer.
$2 million is what Kerzner International will spend in the transformation plan at Montague Beach. The project began this week and includes expanding the beach from just under an acre to 3 acres on the northwest side from the pier to the roadside. Senior Vice President of Public Affairs at Kerzner International Bahamas is Ed Fields.
Basically, it's dropping in boulders in a well-finned shape so that it can retain the sand that will be added to the beach area. During several town meetings, this was explained to the public, and essentially it's been a very, very successful process where once the sand is put into the areas where they're to be contained, not only does it stay, but we find that the beaches actually have the potential to grow. So we think that this is going to be a wonderful addition for the Bahamian public, and I know that the Ministry of Works has some other developments involved, like bathrooms, etc., to make it a complete experience.
President and Managing Director at Kerzner International Bahamas, George McIntonis, is proud of his organization's social effort to date.
This is part of our ongoing commitment to the Bahamas. On behalf of Kerzner International and our board of directors, and obviously the 7,500 proud associates we have at Atlantis, we'd like to say that this takes us now over the $25 million mark in investment and contribution we have made to the community that we live in. And we are just so excited to take a look at the before today and what is going to be the after not too long from now.
But perhaps no one could be more appreciative of the work already done and what's being blueprinted than the Minister of Environment, Earl DeVoe, and Member of Parliament for Montague, Loretta Butler Turner.
So I'm extremely proud to participate in this exercise, which I know will inure to the benefit of the Bahamian community. But I'd like, if you do one thing, remind the public that what they see on the beach today is not all driven here by nature. Some of it is man-made, and if these wonderful things that we're doing for the Bahamian public are going to last and be of benefit to future generations, then we must take care of them.
I cannot express my gratitude sufficiently to Kerzner for making this happen and allowing Montague to be restored to its former glory.
The project is expected to be completed within 3 months. Carla Palmer, ZNS News.
Well, the Climate Change Conference by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization is into its second day. Experts from around the world are here in the capital, and they hope to raise awareness that nature's balance is threatened. 193 countries signed the UNESCO Climate Change Agreement, but not the Bahamas. President of the General Conference of UNESCO, Bahamian Dr. Davidson Hepburn, is hoping this will change before the conference ends tomorrow.
I am convinced that the Bahamas has all of the attributes to become the lead country in education, science, and culture in this region and small island developing states on a whole. If that is boasting, so be it. These are all sound reasons for me to urge the Bahamas government to ratify the World Heritage Convention in particular at this very meeting. Besides gaining positive publicity for the Bahamas, the signature would bring into force the universality of the convention. I think you may remember the late President Reagan made a comment at the Berlin Wall, and I paraphrase what he said, and I'm saying, Mr. Prime Minister, please remove all existing barriers that are stifling the Bahamas from securing its rightful place in the international affairs.
Shifting gears, there appears to be a break in the standoff involving City Markets and its employees. In a press release from City Markets, the company said a meeting was held to discuss the many issues employees raised in the media. President of the Bahamas Supermarkets Limited, Mark Finlinson, is concerned, and reportedly he was fueled by some of the members of staff demonstrating at the company's Harbor Bay store on Monday of this week. Finlinson said what prompted their action was a clear misunderstanding of their union agreement, something his company met in place. Finlayson confirmed that part-time staff are working on a week-by-week schedule, which he said is being done in other companies, including several resorts across the country. He noted that September and October is a slow period, and instead of terminating staff, they made it possible for them to continue on. The Progressive Liberal Party is preparing to host its Job Creation and Empowerment Summit. Candidates vying for seats in the southwestern region in the island in the upcoming general elections are coming together to put on the summit. Dr. Kendall Major is one of the view that over the past 4 years, the Bahamian middle class in particular has come under siege, and nearly 38,000 Bahamians, he says, have been left idle and hopeless without prospect of employment.
To add to an ailing economy, more of the 70 businesses operators in the Robinson Road area have signed a petition appealing to the Prime Minister to save them from drowning, urging the government to offer some form of financial relief to the sales downturn in the economy. Very many businesses in the southwestern district of New Providence share in this dilemma. Unlike the FNM, the PLP feels the pain of small business owners. The government must understand that affected Bahamian owners still have mortgages to pay and households to maintain, children to educate, and dreams to pursue.
Now, the three-day event is set for September 28th through 30th at Workers' House and will wrap up with an address by the party's leader, Perry Christie, on the economic plan.
The Progressive Liberal Party intends to unveil its job creation plan to commence on day one upon assuming the helm of government whenever the next general elections are called. In this public forum, our focus will be on job creation and economic empowerment. We believe our candidates, coupled with the experienced party leadership, will bring a fresh, new, and bold complement of ideas that will steer our country out of the current dire straits we're in and place us back on firm economic founding.